I'm just telling you right now, nobody, you know, I've looked at least 10 different videos and nobody shows these running afterward. Morning, afternoon, evening, whatever have you, wherever you're at, you do what you're doing. So today we're working on, again, the Volkswagen. This great big old pile of TDI here has got a nice big issue going on with the crankshaft pulley leaking a whole bunch of coolant, which crankshafts don't have coolant, so leads me to believe water pump is the issue. I already kind of took this loose and dug around in there best I could, and I couldn't really see much, but that's what my hillbilly diagnostics has led me to. Therefore, we are going to start off with a very rudimentary pulling apart of all of this nonsense in here and all these hoses and clips and wires and fun stuff like that. But yeah, given my previous dealings with dealerships around here, especially with you know, old folks cracking themselves, I think I think we're better off doing this ourselves. So I'm gonna learn, hopefully you'll learn, and we'll get this done together. So let's get started on that. All right, so what we're gonna do, just to keep everything nice and sane here, is figure out which ones are ground and positive. We'll just do that anyway. Get them. Huh, that didn't sound too healthy. Oh well, I guess it's gonna come out one way or the other. There we go, positive, come off. There we go. Now, battery's gonna be happy too. Okay, so what we need to do now, we're gonna take off these clips and just start taking stuff loose here. So here we go. All right, a good start. Never knew I'd have to use coil on hoses. Well, it's about 20 minutes later and I finally got the first hose off. Yay. We got two left. Those little ribs right there are just not fun. There. Gotcha. Had an idea. Remember these? That'll work. Let's see. Like this. We're making hillbilly. There we go. There. Now nothing will get done in there, right? Meanwhile, I'm touching on it with dirty gloves, throwing in dirty old bolts. Don't care. That's what a fuel filter's for, right? Move. Oh, there's another one. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll find it. I'll find it in a second. Yeah. Good. Oofy. Cool. And there's, well, there was our third one. All right, well, I'd say we're about halfway there, don't you? All right, so we're gonna take this out. What is it, another 10? I can deal with that. Gravity is not my friend today. Let's see, how do we get? Oh. There we go. Yeah, this is going really well. I shouldn't have said that. Who are you? You're unnecessary in my operation here. Oh, good. Goody. Hard lines. No, ain't messing with that. Let's see here. What else we got? That hose. These hose. Das Hosen. There. Okay. There we go. There we go. We'll leave the tail here so it'll let us know that we're not gonna mess anything up when it comes time to taking everything else loose. Oh, will you come out? Hey, there we go. Cool. Let's see what we can find. Yep, I see a lot of liquid down there. So my goal here is this, is to put everything here at top dead center already so I don't have to deal with it. Here's the hoping. Anyway, yeah, we'll get the bottom cover off. We'll get this engine mount out. We'll get a thing up underneath it here and we'll lift this bad boy up. But hopefully this will be a one-day project instead of like 4 to 6. You don't expect me to believe it'd be easy, do you? Hey, there we go. Just a little gentle tug. Just a little gentle tug. Okay. What do you run to? Headlights and junk? Let's get you moved aside. All right, we got these little torques. Come with me. That's okay, I didn't need it anyway. Come with me. There you go. Piece of resistance. Oh, looks like we need to get him out first. Bonk. Out we come. And now we can get these. Oh, that, see? Easy. Oh, there's one. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what you are, but you can just hang out over there. There you go. And you, I don't feel like disconnecting more stuff, so good. We'll get that out of the way. Wow, I say we're making pretty good progress. Let's do one of these. I'm trying to figure out how in the heck I'm gonna get that motor mount out of there. I might need to use a big impact, big boy. Woo, we're having problems. Here we go. Grip it. Yeah. Use the chrome bits. So we live somewhat dangerously. Hey, we're out. Good, good, good. Yeah, of course, now the whole motor is going to be swinging. Let's go ahead and make this a little easier on us here. We're going to grab my impact. Let's not hit AC lines while we're at it, right? It's working. There we go. Oh, yeah. That's good. I really feel like this thing needs to have a jack stand up underneath of it. There we go. Come on. Get out of there. Ouch. There. You can tell this is going to be a doozy trying to get that back in there. But the important thing is, I win. All right, now the fun one is going to be the one that's way back down in there. Oh, there we go. You go over there. That's the stuff. Come with me. So I have a super helpful tip for you. You know, I know if you guys are doing this at home and stuff like that, listen, best tool in the world, one of these. Why? You can put all your bolts in there and grab you a little marker. Every time you take down a section of a vehicle, you take this off and you keep all of this stuff in here, just like this. That way you know that's the side it went on, and so forth and so on. Just, I don't know. You know, I got my truck back. You know, here, let me play a clip from the. Let me play a clip from that. Now, if you've seen that, you remember where I went with that. Instead of keeping them all in one box or one of those little magnetized dishes, just do this. There you go. It's done. And you only have to do it that one time, and then you just open up the bag and put everything back. Simple. Now I just got to do that with the other stuff. All right, so now that we're ahead already, and let's go ahead and take this belt off while we have this exposed. There we go. We'll keep. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn this one off. Oops. Oh well. Man, this thing still looks really good, actually. We'll keep it. Lower this a little bit. There we go. There we go. Good. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Welcome to Ugga Dugga Land. So, don't do what I just did. I almost tried to take this nut off. Come to find out, this is on there nice and loose because it just comes loose. Didn't know that. So I just wanted to take a quick second to explain this. Usually I deal with crankshaft pulleys that are on like a larger scale, so they have a lot more bolts, or one big one that's holding in there and you need a puller, and I'm not used to these little ones. All right, so that was a surprise to me. Let's continue. And I'm gonna try to get this motor at the top dead center, best I can anyway. So I don't know if that's top dead center. I'm gonna double check the manual and figure out what top dead center is, and I'll bring you along with me. Okay, so from what I gather here, looking on the computer, there's a little tool that's supposed to go in here that I don't have, and in here. Apparently that's top dead center, so you're checking these two cams, I guess. I think we're gonna have to go old school because I don't really have a tool. I got something I can shove in there to make it kind of close to that, but yeah. This is going to be an interesting endeavor. Okay, well, let's go try it. Okay, so after looking at that manual, I have an idea of what I'm going to do here. It's kind of an old school method where I'm going to end up painting these. I kind of figured that I was going to end up having to do that anyway, but yeah, kind of confirmed that with having a tool. I got something really cool I want to show you too. You can bear witness to my genius here in just a second. What am I doing? Just eating it? Yeah, probably. One and two. Go. There we go. Okay. And there's the money shot. That's what we were waiting for. Yep, definitely the water pump leaking. It's weird, it looks like it even has this little drain hole. Huh, never seen that before. A little drain hole right there where everything was coming from. relatively close to top dead center. So I saw that the lock was supposed to go in here, right? So maybe a little guide between there, but check it out. Bear witness to my genius here. Check this out. So here's this and this. So I just got a drill bit because it fits in really nicely here. Obviously I'm not going to tear up the threads and stuff like that, but I take, you know what, let me grab a light. Okay, so check this out. You see in here, I can see where the timing marks meet up. So right in here, kind of tough to see, but those little teeth right there, right here, are the lining up of the timing marks. I'm gonna try to hold this camera super steady so you can see it right there. So what I'm doing is I'm going to line that up, and I'm gonna paint the piss out of all the rest of this, and then see where we go from there. Yeah, so I need this. And I'm just gonna line it up by me eyeball here. I mean, you couldn't ask for that to be straighter. Yeah, see, now we're off. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm just gonna leave it right there. We'll call that top dead center. How lucky is that? So what I'm gonna do is paint the teeth specifically. So like I like this little orientation arrow that's right here. I'm gonna paint this. I don't know, I wanna pick a tooth. Maybe this tooth, since it's top, right? So I'll paint that tooth across here and this little backing plate right here. Same for this side. I'll paint the tooth. I'm not gonna paint on the weak spots here. I'm gonna paint like over here, or maybe right there. Nah, this one. I'll paint this one. I'll paint that one, because that's the closest one to the top. And then on the bottom, I'm gonna paint the direct bottom. So let me find some kind of brush. All right, so I got some really old, like weird house paint. I don't know, it's just paint sampling, interior, exterior acrylic latex. Let's see if it peels right off, but you know, I'm hoping it won't. I don't think it's gonna hurt anything. And I'm really expecting white, but apparently we got minty green, mint. All right, bonus points if you know where that came from. Okay, so let's paint something. I think I made a mess of it, but whatever, it's all good. We want it on the top tooth, right there. Going across the line, there. Good. And we'll go top dead bottom. That'd be fun. Oh, you know what? That's probably a stupid idea, because there. You'll hardly even be able to see it. It's all that water up underneath there. All right, we'll let that dry. So instead of having you guys watch paint dry, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and skip past all this part. When we come back, I'll be pulling this off. But in the meantime, if you could, just hit the subscribe button. That'd be very nice. That way I can, it helps me out a lot, helps out the channel. Give this a thumbs up if you like us to. It helps YouTube put it on the top of the recommended and helps grow the channel, which would allow for me to make more videos like this for you. There's a lot of work goes into these. So anyway, just some shameless self-promotion there. So we'll see you when we get back. All right, well, I think enough time went by. We should be, yeah, not enough is coming off for me to be that concerned about it. So we can start taking these belt components loose, since we got most of the paint where we want it. So we need something to take that loose, and that'll take care of our tensioner. So let's do that. And I'm gonna be looking really closely to see if any of these move when I do this. Well, that's interesting. Well, I'll be. Was that another tensioner or something? I thought that was just an idler. I'll be doggone. See, that's what I was afraid of. That pulled. Yep. That pulled away. Okay, well, that's no big deal. Would have been nice to have had a cam lock, but I think we could still kind of do that, actually. This thing acts like it wants to spin like crazy. Well, it feels really stiff down there for some reason. There we go. Boy, this thing acts like it wants to snap and snap hard. There we go. And this is just from a cool. This is just from a grinder, angle grinder, one of those Harbor Freight specials. I know I have a bigger one around somewhere, so it's not that big of a deal. There we go. Cool. Timing belt is OUT out. I see we've made terrific progress. I'm gonna go see if I can find my bigger version and then see if that'll fit. Okay, so check this out. Whoa! So check this out. No word of a lie. This is out of my DeWalt big hefty grinder, right? Watch this. Ta-da! It's the grinder tool. All right, so next order of business though, for serious. We're gonna take a look at this water pump and let's see what else. Because it looks like everything else pretty much stayed. And now we have this back at top dead center. That's at top dead center. I'm happy, you're happy, everybody's happy. All right. And we're also gonna take this crap off of here too, so. No noise. Okay. And this one too. This thing feels like it's got a whole bunch of like RTV on it or something. Feels kind of strange. No. Huh. I'm gonna blow that out for sure. Okay, cool. Let's see. One of the other things I want to do, let's get this and paint some new lines. Oh, dude, you know what would be cool? So hear me out with this. Check this out. That should be long enough. There. I think we can do that, right? Yeah. Yeah. Now, we should theoretically be able to go like this. Now, I'm not putting a whole bunch of tension on here. I'm just wanting to keep them somewhat straight. Here we go. Line them up tooth for tooth. Check that out. Yeah, dog. Now I can just mark them. I don't even have to worry about it. Boom. I can see every little, what you call it? Paint mark. So paint mark. And there should be, yeah, paint mark. And then we just line those up and we should be good to go. Oh man, that is sick. And the two that are closest to each other are obviously going to be these. The furthest one is going to be the crank. I love how that turned out. Awesome. No money shotting the expensive cameras. I missed one. Here we go. Oh boy. Yeah, let's get the camera out of there. Well, I guess went through all that for nothing because my GoPro wouldn't turn off. Come to find out that it lost the footage associated with that. So anyway, we got the pump out, and so I'm gonna, put this in here. I'm gonna wrap this all up for tonight. I'm gonna do the best I can with what I got. Hopefully, B camera down here caught what I could. Dang, that sucks. Oh well, lesson learned. Okay, well, moving on. I'll see you guys tomorrow, but it's gonna be like a few seconds for you. All right, welcome back and good morning to you. So we're gonna start off with a bunch of noise, loud noises right now. I'm just gonna blow all of this junk out of here before I start to getting too far in there, but I'm gonna clean up this little port surface down in here where the water pump was. So let's start doing this. All right, just being careful not to, hit anything in here and move it too much. So I'm just gonna wipe this down, just keep it nice and somewhat clean. Doesn't have to be perfect, in my opinion. It'll dry up after a while, after it gets a couple of cycles of engine heat. We're still down here on our mark, which is nice. Plus, we still even have our mark. This stuff worked pretty good. Yeah, I almost want to put another little dot in there just to be safe. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, why not? At least we know where the OG mark was, so let's go ahead and do that. You know what's funny? If you listen really closely, I think it was time for those to get replaced anyway. Cool. All right, well, let's take these out and then we'll start putting the new tensions in. As a matter of fact, you know what? Before I forget though, I'm gonna clean this out. It's all kind of corroded in there. Huh. Yeah, I think it's high time for some like real seal treatment here. I'll just put this down there just to keep the shavings out best I can. And then I'm going to grab like a little piece of emery cloth or something and get that clean. Okay, let's start off with a little wire brush action here. Not gonna be able to get all of it, but we'll be able to get some of it. It's funny, most of the corrosion stuff down here is at the bottom. And I'm gonna have to find some sandpaper. Okay, so I found a little bit of really fine, I guess P240 sandpaper. I'm not gonna be wallering out the machine surface. I remember getting comments about that on another video, but too bad. If you wanted to change it, you'd be here with me fixing it. So, oh well, deal with it. It's like a couple of scrapes just to get it nice and clean. Oh, that's it. Nothing crazy. There we go. Yeah, that's cleaning up nicely. And you're not going to take enough material. If you take the dirt out, that's fine, but you're not going to take enough material. Unless you sit there in like one spot and then waller out the whole. And yeah, you might run across issues. But doing this, I've never had a problem this far. And I don't anticipate having one now. So that's what we're doing. Just a little bit of cleanage. Looks like that. Not taking off a ton of material. That's just mostly dirt. Or I don't know what that is. It's like some kind of rubber corrosion or something. Yeah, I like that. Nice and smooth all the way around. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do. So, nothing crazy. And just to make sure nothing else happened in there, let's go ahead and blow it out again. Trying to go light. Well, I guess that's not an option. And then this one hole here I was having an issue with yesterday. Let's see if... There we go. Good. Crazy how much water always ends up coming back and then getting back all over the place. There we go. Keep you here just in case. We'll rub this clean. Just like that. Good enough for government work. Okay, so let's go ahead and take these off. I'm just gonna loosely put that back in there so we don't lose it. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't feel bad, but that's absolutely wild that it has all that stuff all over it. Huh. Can't say I've ever seen anything like that. Okay. Like there was some adhesive or something got stuck on there. So, one roller bearing. And 2 roller bearing. Again, put that back there. There we go. And success. There we go. Okay, so now where we're at with this is, according to the manufacturer's well, not specifications, but their requirements, they say, what you need to do is for the Wasserpumpen, add a little bit of coolant around the O-ring and then stick it in the motor. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it in there. If this would quit trying to fall. Sit. Stupid. Anyway, all right. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. That sucker's on there. Whoa. Okay. Enough. This is geprüft. Must mean approved. I'm not gonna go crazy with it. I'm just gonna grab like the stuff that's sitting in here. Just like that. That's what it said to do. So let's go ahead and try it. And now we have our water pump bolts right here. Let's go ahead and slide this on into position. I just don't want to bang it against everything else in here. There we go. I don't know, maybe that's kind of in there. I don't want to have to use the bolts to torque it down, but you know, make sure it's not the wrong size. Well, I guess it's gonna have to be the thing that happens here. Didn't want to have to do it this way, but looks like that's what's gonna happen. Huh. Looks like it just sits on the outside. The other one was like really in there. Let's see. There we go. All right, installed. I'm kidding, I'm gonna torque it down. Okay, so according to this worksheet here, Wasserpumpen is 23. 23 would be coolant pump. 20 bolt is 15 Newton meters. God, I hate Newton meters. Okay, what would 15 be? So about 10 foot-pounds. Somewhere in there. I'll make sure I double check that, but. So 11 pound-force feet. Oh. Okay, well, let's just do 11 then. Like I said, it'd probably be about 10, but let's see. 11. There we go. When I start feeling like a lot of pressure here, I'm gonna start the other ones. Okay, that's enough pressure for me. Okay, well, I got the right tool for the job here. Just to me, it just felt like the other one was just not giving me the right kind of reading here. So let's go ahead and we'll do some clicks. So 15 Newton meters. This is why I hate using 3 different kinds of tools. I wish I had one of the electric ones. But anyway, so I'm putting this at right about 130 inch-pounds, give or take, somewhere in there is what would translate to foot-pounds that translates to Newton-meters. So there we go. Kind of a backwards way of doing it, but that's how I'm doing it. Deal with it. I'm happy with it. As long as this is happy with it, I'm happy with it. Okay, that's 2. I was gonna say, you know, when I was taking them loose, they weren't that tight, so. Okay, I'd say that's installed. Okay, so here's one of the things that I found. So I was going through my kit here. I'm gonna explain these in just a second. But I was going through my kit and I found that I have a new stud to put in there. Which, you know, I guess there's like more than one stud, but at the same time, you know, it kind of is what it is. So I came up with an idea that would possibly get this top one out because that's the one that matches. So we just take the, there we go, the threads on like this. We're gonna make like a bolt out of this, and then we use 2 14 mil like this. So this one locks this one into place. Have a little bit of thread left over, and with any luck, we should be able to. Ooh, is that bigger than 14? Huh. So we got them switched around. We're going to plan B here. And that should give us enough leverage. Oh, it's at a 14, that's why. Should give us enough leverage to make this into essentially a bolt. There we go. That should come right out. That really wasn't in there all that tight. Very good, very good. Ta-da! We made a bolt. Now the fun part is going to be getting it loose. Should be able to just crack it, just like this. There we go. Leverage, baby. Leverage. Okay, let's take our new one. Here's our new one compared to the old one. Look good to me. So, screw that in. Since it wasn't in there all that tight, I'm just gonna put it in there. I'm gonna double check that when I get back to the manual. I gotta get back to the office and look. But, for now, let's just do this. Because I don't feel like getting back there just yet. I wanna get this project over with. And I'm not going to shortcut it, but I'm certainly not going to drop everything I'm doing over here and then just go storming off in there and go, oh, 15. Come here. There you go. I should put some blue Loctite in there, huh? Might not be a bad idea. I just don't know if they call for that. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and double check with the manual, and I'll be right back. Okay, so talking a little bit about this parts kit from Diesel Geek. Actually really fast shipping and stuff like that. I think they did a pretty good job. Kind of a close review of whatever it is that they do. Anyway, so I got a bunch of bolts and stuff like that. So these are crankshaft bolts. I've got some extra stuff in here. Oh, and here's the other one. I almost got them mixed up. But brand new hardware just to make sure everything in here is nice and tight. So after snugging this one up, I'm kind of happy with it. So, you know, it wasn't on there all too hard to begin with. So we're just gonna call that good. And we're gonna move on to doing these other 2 roller bearings. Yeah, I'm not worried about this one either. And the, I think, yeah, the tensioner sat on here. So yeah, that makes sense that it has to be replaced anyway. So cool. Let's go ahead and get to replacing these bearings out. Okay, so we have, what's bearing number 1? Is this the tensioner? Oh, roller bearing. Awesome. Cool. That should just go on right down here. There we go. Ta-da! That was good on that. All right, and then let's go ahead and get our spare. So fortunately, I filmed this. I recommend you do this anyway, even if you're not going to make a YouTube video, or if you are, film it. That way you remember where everything went. And we'll of course torque those to spec, but right now we just want them to hold. Let's grab this other one here. Let's see, what do we have? Tensioner. Okay. Nope. Just the roller. That one goes up here. Okay. Put that up there. Let's get this other one. What do we have here? Mr. Tensioner. That's what we wanted. You know, I remember it being kind of upward, like that. There we go. Perfect. I like that. Now let's put the new hardware on there for that. There we go. And we're gonna have to do the whole Allen key thing. It's like on the weird little cam or something. Okay, so we got this little guy. Brand new. See, you know what I mean? Like when I was showing you the other ones that had all that pitting on it. This one's just nice and clean. I wonder if there's a specific orientation. It doesn't really seem like it. So take this. This is junk. Or no, maybe it's not, since I don't have another one for that. Okay. Okay, so I found out that I was incorrect in my assumption that this was on the outside, so I looked at the footage, and ta-da! Wouldn't you know it, I ended up finding out that that was wrong, so that's good. We're gonna torque this to what looks like 36 foot-pounds of torque. Got a B over here by me. And plus 90, so that would be out of the way. And plus 90 would be like this. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna go any further than that. Okay, let's just call it 30, call it 36 and be happy with that. I'm really don't want to be breaking any bolts or threads or anything like that out here. So we did 45, close enough. I mean, I could pull it back out and try again, but I don't think I'm going to. All right, let's move on to this next one. Alrighty, okay. So let's go ahead and do these other ones here. All right, we're not doing plus. That's crazy. Okay. So this one's done, that one's done, that one's done. All right, get this bad boy back out. And let that go. Let's put these on. Let's just see if we can match up the paint lines. So we got the two that are closer together and the one that's furthest down. So with any luck, let's see, how did you go? We're gonna just top one first. There we go. Let's get you over here, up underneath of there. You around like this, and then this one. Oh, little slack. Oh, I goofed somewhere. That's our problem. See, that timing mark is back one. Okay, here's a goof. Ah, this thing rolled back on us. All right. Over here doing sneaky stuff while I'm not looking. Oh, come on, you sorry. There. Oh. What is going on? It's like it keeps jumping a tooth or something. That is ridiculous. That should not do that. What if we put it up one and have it go snap back, then it'll be fine. Let's try that. Now watch it slip and it'll land on the right one. I'm hoping so. That's the theory anyway. You watch it, it fits like perfect right now. Okay, it snapped. And it's on the right mark. So since it folded over, it looks like she's on the right mark this time. Good. All right, that worked out like perfect. And now you. There you go. You get on there. Like that, and like that. Let's get our mirror. That's right. All right, we should be in time. Now comes a trickier part. Let's go ahead and tense this back up. Double check. The tensioner should be 17. 17 reads out to be 50 Newton meters plus 90 degrees. This is where it gets interesting. I mean, that couldn't have worked out any better if I tried. Okay, cool. So I'm going to double check real fast. I'm gonna spin this motor over. I think the direction and orientation is this way. I don't know. I'm just kind of going off of memory here because I remember the belt's spinning this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with this rotation right here. I'm gonna do it twice and then roll it back 2 times and see if we're still in the right spot. All right, that should be top dead center. Looks like it matches up with all the paint marks. Yeah, I'd say that's it. Let's double check this one. Got our mirror. Yeah. All right, we are in time. All right, I'm confident in saying that we're in time. I'm gonna double check the tension specs on this to see if it's supposed to be in this little galley or not. I don't know if you can even see that, but that's what I'm looking for right there. So push comes to shove, I can still mess with the tension and it wouldn't mess with the timing. So I'm gonna go put this back, 2 more strokes back, and see if everything all lines up, and it should be good. Whew, that was a workout. Yeah. There we go. All right, that puts us at top dead center and everybody's happy. I'm happy, you're happy. I say we call it successful. So let's just double check the tensioner and then we should be good. Okay, so upon looking at a few different other reading material and some notes and looking at some other videos and stuff, you know, the only thing I'm gonna do is make sure it's just in here, just like the manual shows. It says it needs to be in here. It walked forward a little bit. It's feeling really good to me. Okay, all right. Is everybody having a party on the ground? Thank you. Okay. So I'm gonna go back, pull this out, refix that. Because the other one had the arrow like way back here, and that's obviously wrong. So I'm not too worried about, you know, I'm just worried about overstressing the belt. That's my main source of upset at this moment. There we go. Guess we don't really need that now, do we? I like having it on just to be able to see, but let's pull this back just a hair here. Yeah, right there. And then we'll tighten this back one more time, and I'm calling it good. I'm not gonna keep messing with this all freaking day long. It's already taken now 90. Okay. All right, I'm calling that fixed. Whatever. Another thing that's very important, I'm just telling you right now, nobody, you know, I've looked at least 10 different videos and nobody shows these running afterward. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put the rest of this back on, put all of these components back in place, and then we're gonna start it. Yeah, we dare to be different. Show your work. Well, that's convenient. goes this way, this one goes that one, this goes that one. Okay. Good enough. And burp, burp, burp. Good enough for me. Put you there. And let's put this. Let's see. Well, you know what? Well, I just made more work for myself, that's for sure. But instead of worrying about that for now, what I want to focus on is whether or not this thing will even start. So I'm only going to bump it. It's time for the moment of truth. I'm going to prime this so we can check to see if this thing will even start ski. That's going to be the deciding factor here. Everything's all plugged back in. I know I'm going to get an error code for that. I'm not worried about it. It's whatever. I'm going to say check coolant. It already says check coolant. There. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. That's ridiculous. That's stupid. That's a dumb problem to have right there. I don't care. Whatever. It's tight enough for now. Just to test it. All right, let's prime it a couple times here. I heard something. Well, look at there. She runs. Very cool. Okay. Awesome, she runs. Now I can worry about all this exterior stuff. God, that is a relief. Awesome. What a load off of my mind. All right, now to continue on to just the minor stuff here. Let's go ahead and put these back. Yeah, there. There we go. Okay, so we have our Wasser for the Wasser pumping. Boy, it took every bit of half a gallon, didn't it? Good grief. I'm thirsty. I see no drips. Yank this down from up there. That thing's nasty. I don't know how much water this thing takes, but it sure does seem to take a lot. Bump it and run it for a minute here and see if it leaks. Mint. Yeah, I'm loving this. No leaks. All right, well, it looks like the pissant lives to fight another day. So it's time to add a little bit of this. And I'm gonna call it a night here. I'm gonna put that cover back on, clean all this other stuff up, and take it for a drive. So this is close to the end of the video. If you liked it, you know, hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, tell me why, and leave it in the comments below, or maybe some suggestions and comments, and you know, all the good stuff. But if you want to stick around to the very end, I'm gonna take this thing on a test drive to prove that, you know, it's working. So either that or I'm gonna walk home. But for the meantime, let's go ahead and take an accurate measurement, you know, of our mixture that we need to put in here. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's sitting right at the minimum level. Okay, good enough. Yeah, that's 50-50, isn't it? Yeah, I counted, didn't you? Looks like we only have a few check engine lights on. We got traction control and whatever steering problem that might be. Stabilization control. Acquiring. All right, well, looks like a few of our codes went away. Wonder what that's all about. We're just looking to see if it warms up and how it drives and all that fun stuff. I'll hook the computer up to it later. Oh, look at that. Okay, we got all of our lights to turn off. Heck yeah, man. Cool. All right, well, let's take this thing on the freeway and see what she does. We're gonna do like we did last time. We're just gonna hit the freeway, jump back off, and then take a look at our coolant pressure. Seems to me that we're not gonna have a problem this time, which is nice. Very nice. How about we give her all of it? Put it in sport mode. Oh, I'm a fan. Cool. That was fast. Pop that back down and drive. Oh man, oh yeah, what a treat. Oh, this is so nice to have this thing back. 50 miles in a gallon. Very cool. Okay, we're gonna look at this. We're gonna take a look at the coolant pressure in this thing. See if it's like overfilled or anything like that. I walked out this morning and it had like about this much sitting at the bottom of the thing there, so I think it burped overnight. Oh, all right on. Hey, cool, a little cul-de-sac. There we go, nice and level. Let's take a look. Smells like perp over here. Oh yeah, that's about right. Let's see, what's our pressure like? Yep, okay, we're holding lots of good pressure. Very cool. All right, well there folks, I'm going to close out this video and continue on with the next project, which is going to be a transmission fluid and filter change on this bad boy. And then I think I only got like one other thing left to do besides that, and I think that's the heater core before the winter gets to be too hectic. So very cool. Again, what a successful run of events this was. But anyway, if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, please, and subscribe. It always helps. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I can actually start making a little bit of money off of this. This is going to be kind of nice. So let me know if it was worthwhile. Let me know what you think. Maybe you had any questions, comments, or concerns. Let me know in the comments below, and I'm sure you already will. So all right, fellas, you take care, and I'll see you next time.
But I got it on my own. I've been working days and nights instead of staying in my zone. And you say you're